There's a dude in front of me with a beautiful golden retriever. I guess trying to get to poop. Looks like it's looking for a place. Let me turn off the radio so I don't get copyright strikes. And I'm just going to do a little bit of cruising. Got to get back down the hill and do some things, but I thought it'd take just a few minutes because it is pretty up here. This is October, 24th. And so one of the things you're going to see is I'm shooting 5K video on 2 cameras and 4 on another. And you're going to see that when we stop, everything gets nice and clear. I know YouTube always really pixelates the video, so I might do some stops in some places. When you're doing the 24 frame a second thing, it can really mess stuff up. Now I grew up back to the right. I could go that way, I could go to the left. Let's go left first. This goes away from where I grew up, back toward Boone. We're going north. But I thought I'll take you up to where the apple orchard is. You won't be able to see it much from the car, but you'll be able to see it nonetheless a little bit. And I don't know, maybe I'll go up to Chesto View. Maybe I'll just make this a northern trip up here rather than headed back toward where I grew up. It's been a long time since I've done a driving video. And of course, like I say, when you're speeding through the parkway and there's a bazillion leaves out there, everything sort of starts to look mushy. I mean, it really does. It sort of starts. If I were to like actually stop in the road, then everything would chill out because not everything's having to change. Let me just kind of do that for a second. I don't see anybody coming behind me. Now look how everything just kind of straightens out there for a moment. You start moving again, and the fact that YouTube's having to resolve all these pixels. When I go back and look at the video myself, I can do stops on the videos, and it actually looks pretty nice. The first little overlook up here as we go north is, you can see Table Rock from it, which is sort of the iconic mountain that's up here in this little region. It's part of the Linville Gorge area. The guy usually has horses or something in this field over here to the right of us. So I've got, the Hero4 is looking, the Hero8 is looking 9, it's shooting in 4K. We're looking to the right, I mean, crazy. The Hero9 is shooting left, it's shooting 5K. And then the Hero10 is straightforward, and I think it's shooting 5.3, something like that. Let's just pull in the little, I love this fence over here. This has been sort of a famous fence. A lot of people shoot really popular photos. You see a whole lot every year. This is one of the really pretty picture stops on the parkway. So there's Table Rock off kind of dead in front of us there. Off on the horizon, you'll be able to see it. I can have everything set in wide field of view so we're not getting a real close look. Yeah, this is sort of a pretty little spot. I'll wait for these cars to go by. Got some cars behind me coming. This is the busiest time of the year on the parkway. And I don't know if this is peak week or not. It may get even a little prettier. We have had some rain, some high winds. And it's just sort of hit and miss every year, whether you have pretty leaves or not. I think it's always beautiful up here though, whether the leaves are all bright and vivid red and yellow, orange. I could come back up next week, which would be the first week of November, and it'll look different. We are expecting to have some rain this week, which will probably knock more leaves off. See, I don't know how the leaf, right now everything looks pretty green. And then there's a lot of leaves that have fallen already. It is a big deal up here though. It's a lot of people up here make the majority of their living in the autumn when the tourists come through. And so the apple orchard over here has been here forever, for a long time. I'm not sure when it was, what the true history of it is. I'm sure I can look it up online, maybe share it, some of it. It may be actually on a display panel up here, but we're just going to drive by and look at it. There'll be a ton of people up here shooting pictures. Unless I'm wrong. We'll see. I don't think I will be. So yeah, this up here is the Apple Orchard Overlook. Oh, there's not anybody here. How about that? So we're getting a really good view of it. And it shows about the old train there on the thing. The apple orchard's kind of down in the valley there. I should probably have the Hero9 on the right side. I had kind of planned on going the opposite direction there. I made my, so I got the better camera on the left, which is mostly just woods. Maybe that wasn't the smartest move for this video. Oh well. 1,000 pardons. There's a ton of old apple trees down in there. I see a few apples hanging in them. They're generally pretty good apples. A lot of wine saps and stamens and stuff like that. Real old-fashioned apples, I call them. So we're headed up toward Avery County and toward the gorge. We're headed away from Mount Mitchell, which I lived back, I don't know, 2 or 3 ridges back from Mount Mitchell, a place called Little Switzerland, but more specifically the Deer Lick Gap it's called. We'll get up here pretty soon and we'll actually go over the Cove Viaduct. It's a little ways on up, and we'll go up by Chesto View, which is place I used to love to go to when I was a kid. Just a really beautiful overlook. Maybe I'll stop there just for a minute. I'm taking the long way home. Been up kind of visiting with my mom, watching over her. I've got to get back and shoot some video in Morganton, but thought this would be a nice little side trip that I could do on the way back. Sunlight's really pretty today on the leaves. I think this is Heffner Gap here. Am I crazy? This is a pretty place. Oh no, this might be the North Cove Overlook. I met some folks from like Croatia or something up here one time that knew about my YouTube channel, which blew my mind that they knew who I was. I could pull up here just for a second so you can see what the North Cove looks like. That's it, folks. Young lady getting her picture taken over there. Sweet little stop. Cool. Folks eating some Kentucky Fried Chicken over to the left. I've got my heat set kind of high here. I should back off a little on that. So today's temperature is 64 degrees outside right now. Could open this one window just a little bit. Let some air come through. Hopefully this is sounding okay. I'm recording with a little Zoom H1 in my pocket. Trying not to make it so that the wind hits it much. So I thought I'd just do my commentary live rather than trying to sit in the studio and do it later. Boy, it's pretty through here the way the sunlight's coming through. That is pretty. Got a dude behind me. He wants to push me up the road. Might just pull over and let him get past. Looks like some sort of utility truck or something's behind me. Find a wide spot in the road and let him around. I love to post 5 and 4K video, but it takes forever for it to upload and render out on YouTube. I'm talking about if I were to do a 5K video for 5 minutes, it might be 3 days before the 5K version of it resolves on YouTube. So a lot of times I just want to go ahead and do them 1080p, even though I've got beautiful 5K video. So we'll see. Kind of, I might just break this up into a lot of really short videos so they render out faster. It's a shame. It's a shame they don't process it some way better than they do. Could have pulled over right there, maybe. Here's an overlook. We'll pull over here and let this dude past. This one's Heffner Gap. Yeah, I remember this place. Let that guy get past me. Just another pretty overlook. That's the big ridge that the Chimneys is on over there, or just, it's actually in front of it. So the Limble Gorge's on the other side of the mountains ahead of us there. We'll get some better views of that stuff here in a minute.